Hey everyone, and welcome. Have you ever dreamed of a smart home that's not just smart, but powerful, totally private, and completely 100% under your control? Well, if that sounds good to you, you're going to want to stick around. Today, we're diving into HomeGenie, an amazing open source platform that really puts you in the driver's seat. So let's get right into it. I mean, really think about that for a second. We're not talking about a home that's run by some giant company's cloud service, where your data's being mined and your options are kind of limited. We're talking about a home that actually works for you, keeps your data private, and can be customized down to the tiniest little detail. That, right there, is the heart and soul of what HomeGenie is all about. So here's our game plan. We're gonna go on a little journey, starting with the simple stuff and ending with the seriously super-powered features. First, we'll cover the basics. What exactly is HomeGenie? Then, we'll see just how easy it is to start automating your world. After that, we'll get a little creative and learn how to design our very own control center. And finally, we'll check out the incredible AI features that can make your home genuinely intelligent. All right, let's kick things off at the very beginning. What is this thing that gives you all this control? Okay, that definition has a lot of good stuff packed into it, so let's quickly pull it apart. HomeGenie is a server. Think of it as the central brain for your entire smart home. But the most important part is that it's your server. Private means your data stays with you, on your hardware. Portable means it can run on pretty much anything. And frictionless, well, that just means it's designed to be super easy to get up and running. And this is where it gets really interesting, because these core ideas solve some of the biggest headaches with smart homes today. You can forget about complicated installations and command lines. You literally just download a file, unzip it, and click run. You can put it on an old laptop you have lying around or on a tiny little Raspberry Pi that uses almost no power. Your privacy comes first, so you're not sending your family's daily habits to some corporate server. And because of all this, it's incredibly cost-effective. Okay, so we know what HomeGenie is. Now let's get to the fun part, making it actually do things. This is where the magic really starts to happen, especially if you're not a programmer. I absolutely love this analogy. Instead of having to write complicated lines of code, you build your automations by just snapping together these colorful digital blocks. It's like, if motion is detected, then turn on this light, then maybe wait 5 minutes, and then turn it back off. It just makes creating these rules feel so intuitive, and honestly, it's a lot of fun. And you've got this whole toolbox of awesome tools right at your fingertips. The visual scenes editor is the star of the show. You can even hit a record button, walk around your house turning things on and off, and HomeGenie will automatically build the automation for you. It's incredible. Then you've got a scheduler for time-based stuff, and it's even aware of sunrise and sunset. And for all you DIY fans out there, you can connect hardware directly, which actually leads us perfectly into our first little project. Now, this is just a perfect example of how accessible HomeGenie makes things. You can build your very own smart thermostat for a tiny fraction of what a commercial one costs, and it'll work completely offline. And just look at how simple the steps are. Connect a couple of wires, click to enable 2 pre-built software modules, and then link them up on the dashboard. That's it. You've just created your own powerful, custom smart device. So, having custom automations is fantastic, but controlling everything through a boring, generic app, that's not so great. So let's talk about how HomeGenie lets you build a control panel that's just as unique as your own home. I mean, this really says it all, doesn't it? We've all used those rigid, one-size-fits-all smart home apps. Well, HomeGenie just throws that whole idea right out the window. You get total creative freedom to design your own buttons, your own sliders, your own info displays, anything you can imagine. You can build a dashboard for your weather station, your media server, whatever you want, creating an interface that's perfectly designed for your life. Now, if the idea of designing your own interface sounds a little scary, don't worry. HomeGenie has this amazing safety net built right in. Every little widget you create is isolated inside what's called a shadow DOM. The easiest way to think of it is like a protective bubble. You can experiment, you can try new things, you can totally mess up, and you can never, ever break the main application. It's a completely safe sandbox for you to play in. And here's the best part. You don't even need to be a designer to make cool stuff. This is one of the best tricks for beginners. You can go to a website with thousands of free user interface designs, find a button or a switch you like, and just copy and paste the code directly into HomeGenie's editor. Seriously, in less than a minute, you can have a professional-looking custom widget running on your dashboard. It's that easy. And hey, if you ever get that itch to go even deeper and get your hands dirty with some code, HomeGenie is ready for you. It's not a requirement at all. You can do almost everything without it. But for those who want that ultimate level of control, it supports full-on programming in C#, JavaScript, and Python. It's a platform that can truly grow with you, all the way from simple blocks to powerful custom code. All right, so far we've talked about control and automation, which is amazing. But this next part, this is where things get really, really exciting. This is how HomeGenie helps create a home that doesn't just follow orders, but actually seems to understand what you want. I just love this quote from the developers because this is the real goal, right? We're moving way beyond simple if this, then that commands. We're talking about a system that can understand context, that can reason about what's going on in your home and act intelligently for you. And what's great is that HomeGenie gives you the choice in how you get that intelligence. You can run an AI model entirely on your own local hardware that gives you 100% privacy, and it works even if your internet is down. Or you can connect to a super powerful cloud AI like Google's Gemini for amazing reasoning power. The most important thing is that you get to decide on the trade-offs. And honestly, a lot of times the best solution is a mix of both. So what can this AI actually do? Well, it can understand natural language with context. You don't have to say, hey, turn on the reading lamp. You could just say, man, it's too dark in here to read, and it will figure out which lights to turn on and how bright they should be. And even cooler, it has a Widget Genie. You can literally just ask it in plain English to build you a custom widget, and it will write all the code for you. It's an unbelievable tool for customization. But the intelligence isn't just about language. It's also about sight. Vision Core is HomeGenie's built-in computer vision system. And this really gets to the heart of the platform's philosophy. It doesn't just treat your cameras like simple video recorders. It turns them into smart sensors that can actually understand what they're seeing. And it is packed with some incredible features. It gives you zero-latency streaming from multiple cameras at once, which is something a lot of commercial systems really struggle with. It also uses AI to only record when something important is detected, so no more searching through hours of empty video to find what you're looking for. And because this is HomeGenie we're talking about, the whole thing is completely hackable. You can jump right into the code, change the logic, and customize it however you want. So that's the journey we've just been on. We started with a simple private server that you can run on a tiny computer. We used visual tools to build automations without any code. We designed a totally custom interface. And we ended up with a home that has AI-powered hearing and vision, a home that can truly reason, see, and act for you. And that really brings us to the final and most important question. With a platform that's this open, this powerful, where your only real limit is your own imagination, the question is, what amazing things will you build first? Thanks so much for joining me.